The terrifying reason I never stop at scenic overlooks anymore. I was driving through the Blue Ridge Mountains around 1 a.m. when my dashboard lit up like a Christmas tree and my engine just died. I managed to coast into a completely deserted scenic overlook. Total darkness, no cell service, just the wind howling through the pines. 5 minutes later, a clean-cut guy in a silver SUV pulls up. He looked completely harmless, like an off-duty park ranger or a friendly local. He rolls down his window, flashes a warm smile, and asks, "Need a jump, neighbor?" I felt a massive wave of relief. I stepped out of my car, but as I walked past his passenger window, my stomach absolutely dropped. Scattered across his front seat were 3 different women's wallets and a heavy industrial roll of duct tape. I took a slow step back, trying to keep my voice steady. "Actually, I think I'll just wait for roadside assistance." His smile instantly vanished. His eyes went dead. He stepped out of the SUV, completely blocking my path back to my vehicle, and whispered, "Nobody's coming for you out here, sweetheart." Then he pulled a massive hunting knife from behind his back. I didn't think. I just turned and bolted into the pitch black woods. I was crashing through thick briars, completely blind, relying on pure adrenaline. Behind me, I could hear him laughing. He wasn't even sprinting. He was pacing me, tracking the sound of my heavy breathing and snapping branches. "Come on back," he called out. "You're only making yourself tired." My lungs were burning. Up ahead, I spotted the silhouette of an old, collapsed tobacco barn. I dove through a broken wooden plank into the pitch darkness inside. I pressed myself against the rotting wood, trying to swallow my own breaths, but it was a complete dead end. Seconds later, the barn door creaked open. The sharp beam of his flashlight sliced through the dust, sweeping closer and closer to where I crouched. "I know you're in here," he whispered. I closed my eyes, preparing for the absolute worst. But then, a sound rose from the deepest, darkest corner of the barn. A low, guttural, terrifying growl. It wasn't a dog. It was a massive, feral, wild boar. The flashlight beam snapped toward the noise, illuminating a 300-pound beast with razor-sharp tusks. And that boar was furious. It didn't hesitate. It charged. The guy screamed, a blood-curdling shriek, as the animal slammed into him, knocking him flat on his back. The flashlight dropped to the dirt, casting chaotic, swinging shadows as I heard the brutal sounds of a struggle, ripping fabric, and the guy, desperately begging for his life. I didn't waste a single second. I scrambled out of the broken wall, sprinted back to the highway, and ran like hell until a semi-truck finally pulled over to help. The police later found his SUV abandoned at the overlook, completely covered in blood. They never found him, but the detective told me whatever came out of those woods ensured he would never hurt another person again.